I've been looking for an answer in your...
Hello everyone and welcome back to Sonal's Skin School. My name is Sonal, I'm a pharmacist and a huge skincare lover, and I'm here to help you get the most out of your skin. How do you read a skincare ingredients list? What information can and can you not get from the ingredients list? And what are those other funny labels on the back and symbols? We're going to be covering all of that and more in today's video, so please stay tuned if you're interested in learning any of this. Why should you read your skincare ingredients lists? So there are hundreds and thousands of products on the market, and it can be very, very overwhelming and difficult as a consumer to try and make informed purchases. How do you know that this brand who's telling you that this is the best anti-aging product, that it's the most brightening, it is the most hydrating product, how do we know that there is proof behind those claims? Sometimes they do very, very small skincare studies and that kind of thing to back up their claims. But in reality, as a consumer, the ingredients list is what can really help us to make more informed decisions about what products we are buying and help you to save that coin. As someone that suffers with very sensitive acne-prone skin, I'm looking to avoid certain ingredients in my skincare list that I know are not beneficial and that might make me have a reaction. And also I like looking for those ingredients that I absolutely love, like niacinamide, salicylic acid, all of those things which I love incorporating into my skincare routine. And also it can help me figure out how to use them within my routine, which products would pair better together, which ones may not work so well together. Things like silicones may not work well with an oil-based product or when you're layering it up too much. And I get all of that information by looking at the skincare ingredients list. There are many things that you can't actually tell from looking at a skincare ingredients list. That's things like texture, the way it's going to feel on your skin, the formulation, whether you're actually going to like the product or not. You can only tell these things by actually trying out the product yourself, or before you buy a product, you can look at other customer reviews. So how do you actually read a skincare ingredients list? It's actually easier than you think. So for example, let's take this product from Hylamide, which is a stabilized vitamin C booster. Now, if you go on the product's website, you can find the ingredients list and it can look like a load of mumbo jumbo, definitely, especially the first time you start looking at these lists. So I usually use a website to kind of help me figure out what's going on with this list and help me to break it down a little bit more easily. The way that a skincare ingredients list works is it starts in concentrations of descending order. So the first ingredient is going to be in the highest concentration and then it will go down slowly thereafter. But just remember, those first 5 to 6 ingredients is what is going to make up more than 80% of that product. So make sure you're looking at these. Now, it's not to say that an ingredient that's not within these 5 to 6 ingredients is not going to be beneficial for your skin. Sometimes they do better at lower concentrations. For example, salicylic acid is perfect at a 2% concentration. So you may not see this in the first 5 to 6 ingredients on a skincare list, and that is perfectly fine. My favorite website to use at the moment is Inky Decoder. Just copied and pasted the skincare ingredients list straight into the Inky Decoder, and then it will tell me from there what each of the products actually does, whether they think it's good or bad, and you can click on each ingredient as well to see more information about that and why they might think it's a good ingredient, why they might think it's a bad ingredient, and then they usually have some sort of evidence and studies to back that up with as well, which I find really helpful. Now, I would recommend looking at more than one website to get your information from, just to get a more well-rounded, balanced view, because what one website might say is icky, another one might say is an okay ingredient depending on the concentration. I'll link some of the other websites I like to use down below. Another website I love to use is the Paula's Choice website, and she has a wonderful skincare ingredients dictionary on there, and this can help you learn more information about certain skincare ingredients, especially if it says icky on the Inky Decoder list. I'll usually individually look it up on Paula's Choice just to double check and see what the risk is of using it. Another app that I like to use when I'm on the go, out and about shopping, I mean, a lot of us aren't doing that at the moment, but if you are, the Think Dirty app is another great app where you can actually scan the barcode of a product and it will tell you from there about the ingredients list. So that's great for on the go so that you're not trying to copy and paste ingredients lists on your phone when you're out and about. Now, another rule that can help you figure out about your skincare ingredients list is the Phenoxyethanol rule. So basically, Phenoxyethanol is a really common skincare skincare ingredient that's mainly used as a preservative in skincare, and anything that's listed below it is usually less than 1%, as phenoxyethanol can usually only be used at a maximum of 1%. Now, usually skincare ingredients that are under 1% may not be at the most beneficial concentration for your skin, and if there is an ingredient that you really like beneath this, you may want to see it above that line, as it will probably be more beneficial. But in the same aspect, things that may be irritating on the skin, if it's at less than 1%, it will tend to have less of a irritating effect on your skin. So it's just something to bear in mind when you're having a look through an ingredients list. Okay, so just to quickly show you some of the symbols that you might see on your skincare, this little pot with the cap on is the period after opening. So once you've opened this product, that's how long it's going to last. So because it says 12M in here, this will last 12 months after opening. I opened this about a month ago, so it's going to last me roughly another 11 months. I would recommend, if you can, to write a little date on the box or on the actual packaging of your skincare so you can remember when you opened those products and help you to use it up before it actually expires. Another way to look at the expiry of a product is this egg timer symbol here, and the actual expiry date of the product will be there as well, although this also has a period after opening, so you could use it up to any time 6 months before this and get the full use out of it. In Europe, you might see this little symbol on your packaging, which actually doesn't mean that you can recycle it. It just means that per product, the company has made a financial contribution to national packaging recovery organisations. These 3 little arrows here means the product packaging can be widely recycled, and sometimes in this little triangle it will tell you the type of plastic or a little number in there, and that can help you identify which type of plastic it's made of so that you can recycle that packaging correctly. You may also see animal sort of symbols on your skincare to suggest that there's not been any cruelty to animals. I would suggest, depending on the symbol, to look up what exactly that means if that's something that's important to you regarding your skincare, because sometimes it doesn't always mean what you think it does. Okay, and that's about it for today's video. I hope you learned something about your product ingredients. This definitely was just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to learning about your product ingredients. So if you learned something from this video, please let me know. I would love to hear it in the comments below. You can also find me on Instagram at Sonal Skin School. And if you enjoyed today's video and you learned something, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you next week for my next video. Bye!